We are holding on to the possibility of rain and snowfall later on tonight. More about that coming up in just a moment.
The civil rights leader Jesse Jackson has died. More on his legacy and impact up next.
And lawmakers pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin will have details of a new proposal. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Tuesday, February 17th, also known as Fat Tuesday. It is 6 a.m. We will send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking the forecast for us. What can we expect out there today?
All right, well, that's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to see warming up once again. 40s and the 50s with a chilly early morning with a breeze kicking in this morning as well. Right now we're in the 30s, continuing to some 20s as well in the forecast. So right now low 20s for La Crosse at 30 degrees. Eau Claire about 28 degrees right now and 32 degrees down by Prairie du Chien. Everybody else is a little bit on the lighter side. We'll hold on to this, as you can see, with a few clouds drifting by coming out from the west. And as they continue to drift through the west, the winds are coming in from the east. We'll also see more of that moisture coming in from the west as well, out of California along the from the Pacific, and it's heading our way, coming through the areas right through the Central Plains states and heading our direction. Sustained winds are going to pick up today. We'll have those winds gusting up to at least about, say, 30 miles per hour as we go right through the morning hours, then picking up in the afternoon, possibly up to 43 miles per hour. We'll see windier conditions coming in for tomorrow eventually. But you can see these winds continue to pick up as you go right up to 26 mile per hour winds. 30 mile per hour winds in there as well by the 1 o'clock hour, and then continuing on winds up to 44 miles per hour carrying over to the evening commute. So your car is going to get buffeted. You'll see that continue on all the way through the 11 o'clock hour as well. But those winds are going to come in later on tonight, and they're going to be much breezier and gustier. Holding on to the wind chills out there, you can see we feel like we're about 30 degrees out there. And of course, you see that's about 4 degrees difference for us. We'll also see Eau Claire getting out a little bit chilly out there as well for this early morning, and then picking up as we go through the 10 o'clock hour. Temperatures should subside. I should say the wind chills should subside. Temperatures today 48 to about 57 degrees. Well, if you can't get out and enjoy it before that rainfall kicks in, and have a glorious day, back to you.
All right, Art, some breaking news this morning. Civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. His family announcing that this morning. News 8's Seth Padilla is in the newsroom with the latest for us. Seth.
Alexandra, he passed after a battle with a rare brain disease, and he was 84. Jackson marched alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and was with him the day he was assassinated. He ran for president twice and founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, spending his life fighting for civil rights and economic justice during some of the most historic moments in the United States.
We are a humane people. We fight for justice and fairness.
Because we're better together, better than we've ever been before.
He is survived by his wife Jacqueline and 6 children. Final arrangements for Reverend Jackson's celebration of life services will be released by the Rainbow Push Coalition. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, more to come there. We'll keep you updated, of course. And happening today, Governor Evers set to deliver his State of the State address at 7 o'clock. One expected topic is the rising cost of living, which he says he plans to fight with property tax relief, school funding, and health care cost reductions. Today's State of the State will be the governor's 8th and last. Western Wisconsin's Congressman Derek Van Orden visited Altoona, touting a $2.25 million investment for that city's water system. The funding provides clean, reliable water to about 170 mobile home lots in Hillcrest Estates. Officials say without the upgrades, hundreds would be at risk of losing their homes.
To be productive members of our society and participate in our economy, they have to have a place to live. And this is one of the best things that we've been able to accomplish since I've been in office.
The water system will be owned by the city of Altoona and maintained by Hillcrest Estates. Wisconsin gubernatorial candidate Kelda Roy is visiting the area yesterday, stopping at Sprouts Child Care and the Hunger Task Force, discussing her plans to raise wages, lower costs, and prioritize health care.
I know that early childhood education is important for every single family. It's also important for our workforce because parents need to know that their kids are safe so that they can go to work. And it's also important to make sure that young kids are ready to learn and thrive when they enter school.
Roy's also touted her proposed state health insurance plan, Kelda Care. Democratic lawmakers are pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin. They're proposing a new bill to make that happen. News 8's Grace Monk explains.
The bill would put an annual cap on rent increases for manufactured home communities across Wisconsin. Under the bill, rent increases would be limited to 2 or 4% depending on inflation. It would also require owners to notify residents of potential sales and give them 60 days to submit an offer.
Tied to inflation increases makes a lot more sense than just giving them all the power to jump to an unreasonable amount.
In most cases, people living in mobile home parks own their house and pay to rent the land underneath.
It truly is a far more affordable option for people.
A mobile home resident that wished to remain anonymous says large rent increases can put people in difficult positions.
I'm retired, limited income. It made it very hard to pay my other bills.
Smith says the goal is to prevent companies from pricing people out.
They don't really have any personal interest in the property. They just want to make an investment, and sometimes they're looking at the possibility of redevelopment, and they will jack up the rent.
The bill also requires owners to pass state inspections to ensure that communities are being maintained. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
And a pickup truck breaking through the ice at Schaefer's Landing. Witnesses say the driver got too close to a spring where the ice was thinner. The truck got caught on an underwater structure, keeping it from fully submerging. The driver escaped without injuries. Anderson says other vehicles were driving closer to the middle of the water where the ice is thicker. New this morning, the Pima County Sheriff says that Nancy Guthrie's family members are not suspects in her disappearance. Now investigators are deploying new technology and analyzing other evidence as they hope for a breakthrough. CBS News' Jared Hill reports.
With the search for Nancy Guthrie now on day 17, the Pima County Sheriff officially clearing the Guthrie family, including spouses, as suspects in the case. And writing to suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it's cruel.
It is never too late to do the right thing.
Today's show co-host Savannah Guthrie posted a message over the weekend to her mother's apparent abductor. All the while, law enforcement sources tell CBS News investigators are using a device known as a signal sniffer to try and detect signals from the 84-year-old's pacemaker. Authorities are also analyzing DNA found on gloves near Guthrie's house, which appear to match the ones the suspect was wearing in doorbell camera footage from the night she disappeared.
If they're able to match the DNA from inside that residence with the glove they found on the outside, then that's where you got the home run.
There's also increased focus on what the suspect was wearing. The Pima County Sheriff's Department now says all the clothing may have been purchased from Walmart, especially the black Ozark Trail Hiker backpack and the face mask.
Was the ski mask, the backpack, and all the holster, all those things, were they bought at the same time? If that's the case, that's going to really narrow it down.
The Pima County Sheriff confirms investigators are reviewing surveillance video from Walmart stores. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And President Trump said that he would ask the DOJ to seek the death penalty for whoever is responsible. The time now is 6:08, still ahead on your morning news. Prices are climbing once again after a holiday break. We'll tell you what's behind it. And lasting President's Day sales that could help improve your sleep.
More women are vacationing solo. I'm Wendy Gillette in Scottsdale, Arizona, with why they're choosing to travel alone.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
At Toma Health, our cardiac rehab specialists take your treatment to heart.
My name is Elise Selmer. I am a certified clinical exercise physiologist. So Tom was one of my patients on that first session. I've worked to build that foundation of their individualized treatment plan. We're using exercise as medicine and as a tool to allow them to regain that functional capacity.
I would absolutely recommend Toma Health and cardiac rehab. It's been a great experience.
Learn more about Toma Health Cardiac Rehab at tomahealth.org.
Menards 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Menards carries Dakota shelving in a variety of finishes to match your unique style. Get this Dakota shelving for a value of $8.89 after rebate. Upgrade your home with super fast vinyl plank flooring. Lakanto vinyl plank is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Valued at $189 per square foot after rebate. Hurry in, the 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Get 1.9% financing on this Silverado LT. Or get $5,350 total value plus $3,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Walt never smoked a day in his life, so when he developed a bad cough, we never thought lung cancer, but that's what it was. What gives a non-smoker lung cancer? A friend suggested we check the house for radon. Sure enough, it was high. We've had it taken care of now, but I wish we'd known sooner. Walt died 4 weeks and 5 days after the diagnosis. If you haven't had your home checked for radon, do it. Do it for your family. No one should lose someone they love because of this.
To everyone who values tradition, what does tradition mean to you?
Our family's been doing fish fry here for years.
At Culver's, we make our fish fry the way tradition deserves.
Hand battered, right here in the restaurant.
Right here.
Right here.
The food here never disappoints.
And the best part, we get to sit and enjoy the company. Hey.
Helping you spend time with your family, it's what we're all about.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
And pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
In our morning consumer news, prices are going up again. The Wall Street Journal reports many companies are raising prices after holding steady for the holidays. Retailers cite tariffs, while small businesses point to rising wages and healthcare costs. President's Day might be over, but the mattress sales aren't. Your mattress could be affecting more than just your sleep. A Harvard sleep scientist says we spend about a third of our lives sleeping, but many of us are not resting easy.
More than 25% of Americans reported that they woke in the morning and experienced pain due to their mattress.
Rebecca Robbins says, think of your bed as an investment. Don't just pick the cheapest one. And a baby food recall to let you know about this morning. Tippy Toes apple pear banana puree. The FDA says it contains elevated levels of a toxin from fruit mold. Long-term exposure can cause nerve damage. Check for a Best By date you see right here of July 17th. More women are deciding to travel by themselves. One recent report finds that women make up over 2/3 of solo travelers worldwide. In today's Travel Tuesday, CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports on the trend.
The Fairmont Scottsdale Princess offers a cozy Arizona escape for travelers who prefer secluded time alone. Private villas with fireplaces and balconies overlooking desert Flora right near the Sisley Paris Spa within a spa, a big draw for women who want a more exclusive experience. Miles away at the JW Marriott Scottsdale Camelback, one of those where we stayed for a special rate, the spa just underwent a $26 million renovation, including a hot and cold wellness circuit and zero-gravity chairs that utilize vibration and sound wave therapy to encourage relaxation.
We feel that the spa will be a draw for women travelers to this market.
Capturing solo women travelers is big business. Grandview Research finds the segment generated over $262 million in revenue in 2024, expected to reach almost $600 million by 2030.
Also in Scottsdale, Savannah Wellness Resort and Spa estimates almost 1/3 of its guests are women traveling by themselves.
I think they're coming to us because they want to travel alone. But they don't want to feel lonely.
Jennifer Klaus from Missoula, Montana will be back in May. Her 6th visit to the resort, almost all of them by herself. She says solo stays prioritize her needs.
Even if you travel really well with somebody, there's always that part that is worried about what is the other person experiencing or what are they wanting to experience.
Experiences at Savannah include days filled with all types of classes, spa appointments, and even trying out a ropes course.
That's it, yes, you got it.
Starting at the bottom and quickly climbing high, a challenge only tackled alone. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Scottsdale, Arizona.
There she goes. That recent survey also finds the #1 reason women are traveling by themselves is they are prioritizing freedom in their itineraries. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
Okay, send this back over here. Getting back to warm conditions in your forecast today. Holding on to some breezy and gusty winds leading up through the mid-morning hours and late morning hours. Eventually, those winds will get up to at least about 43 miles per hour to possibly 44 miles per hour going to your evening commute. We'll also see as we go through it, rainfall comes in as we go into tonight and, of course, some Wednesday night as well. We'll see these winds continue to push that rainfall and snowfall in the forecast as we go right into your Friday as well. We'll hold on how this all shapes up. You can see the winds by the 1 o'clock hour up to at least 30 miles per hour. Then they pick up again. You're seeing 33 miles per hour up by Stanley, and then continuing on as we go to La Crosse at 26 mile per hour winds, 30 in Viroqua. Then all of a sudden those winds in Sparta pick up at 36 miles per hour, 30 mile per hour winds continuing for La Crosse. We'll see up to the north you're having 38 miles per hour in Hillsboro as well as Stanley. We'll get into how this all shapes up for the day. 48 to at least 57 degrees out there. Winter warm conditions with breezy and gusty conditions as well to boot. We'll hold on how this all shapes up with increasing clouds coming in up from the southwest and then continue on. We'll see most of that begin to clear out gradually as we go right through the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour with another batch coming back again by the 5 o'clock hour. When that happens, you're seeing a little bit of a mix of rain and snow trying to get up towards the north. We'll see rainfall start to move in for the forecast here by the 8 o'clock hour, finishing out for your evening commute going to the 9 o'clock hour with rainfall continuing on. So the roadways are going to be wet. It's going to be breezy and gusty, so take it slow. Maybe even leave home a little bit early to get home before all this continues to boot. I know, talk to your boss, see if he'll let you go. Light to moderate rainfall getting into the forecast with snow up there by Ladysmith and a mix of rain and snow underneath that going towards La Crosse, I should say Eau Claire. Continuing on with heavier rainfall getting into the forecast, or at least moderate rainfall to finish out going in through Wednesday as we finish out in the 6:30 hour in the morning. We come back again by the afternoon, rainfall and snowfall. First rain, you can see that tracking out of the region gradually by Black River Falls with a mix of rain and snow there. All the way back over to La Crosse, you're in the snowfall with a mix, of course, onto the eastern portions of La Crosse. Then snowfall takes over for the evening commute. Snowfall on the ground, finishing out. We'll see temperatures below freezing for some locations up by Eau Claire, 31 degrees, 34 degrees for La Crosse. So it's going to be a little bit of freezing in some locations by Black River Falls as well with 32-degree temperatures on the ground all the way to the 1 o'clock hour, continuing on in the early morning with snowfall well up to the north, drier down to the south by Prairie du Chien, but 20s in the forecast. We'll see that continue on. But more rainfall comes back again by the afternoon. It's a mix of rain and snow lingering by La Crosse, going back again with snow to Sparta as well. Rainfall down to the south with a mix associated with that as well. That continues all the way through Thursday through the evening hours, all the way up with snowfall mostly in the region and budded with a little bit of mix of rain and snow. You see the demarcation line in the purple there. That gets out of the way. Once that happens, that's ice, by the way. That gets out of the way and we have drier conditions in the forecast to finish out going into your Friday. Highs for Wednesday, well, 30s and the 50s. The low 50s were kind of getting pushed out of the 50s. By Thursday's highs, you're looking at 30s and the 40s in the forecast. We have cloudier skies with breezy and gusty winds holding on to Friday's highs, where you're looking at 33 to about 35 degrees in the forecast. So we start to cool on down with rain and snow in the forecast there. Then we'll take it into how this goes into account for you, where you're going to be seeing rain and snow tonight, going into tomorrow as well. Thursday back again in the evening hours. Friday all day, getting into Saturday and Sunday with drier conditions for Sunday. We have a little bit of morning snowfall coming in for your Saturday, then drier for Sunday as I mentioned, drier for Monday with a low chance, about a 20% chance of snowfall coming back again for Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Art. And now we'll leave you with a live look at New Orleans on this Fat Tuesday. The Big Easy gearing up for its legendary Mardi Gras celebration that, of course, has been going on for a few days now. Stay with us. More news coming up after the morning sports blitz.
A new man in charge. The UW La Crosse football team has a new head coach. Details on the hire, plus highlights from a couple high school hoops games that included a conference crown. The Blitz is next.
Civil rights activist and leader Jesse Jackson has died. His legacy and impact up next.
Spares and strikes will abound with LCT's staged reading of Twilight Bowl. Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
The pain was so much that I couldn't really focus on my job.
Plantar fasciitis. I just was not a happy person.
And I saw the Good Feet store.
And then all of a sudden, I just get these arch supports.
I'm just happier. I feel happier.
It was amazing.
It's a lot easier to be nice when you're not uncomfortable. It's pretty awesome.
The arch supports are never coming out of my shoes.
Nothing worked for me until I walked into that store. It changed my life.
I don't really know if I could put a price on that.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
It's always been there, his love of the outdoors. Some days, you wonder if it might be his calling. Truth is, you know that the things he's passionate about today will build the foundation of what he does tomorrow and possibly inspire a new journey. All he needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities, unlimited opportunity.
Spares and strikes will abound with LCT's staged reading of Twilight Bowl. Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
Welcome into the Blitz. Well, after a long search, the UW lacrosse football team has a new leader. Michael Zweifel has been hired as the 15th head coach. Welcome into the Blitz. Well, after a long search, the UW lacrosse football team has a new leader. Michael Zweifel has been hired as the 15th head coach in program history. Zweifel is very familiar with the program as he's been an assistant for the last 4 seasons, leading the defense and special teams units. In his time with the Eagles, the team has gone 36-11, won 2 conference titles, and made the NCAA D3 playoffs each year. Under his direction, 15 players have been named to all WIAC selections, including 10 first-teamers. UWL led the league in passing defense a season ago. Zweifel graduated from the University of Dubuque back in 2011, which was the season he was awarded the Gallardi Trophy, which is given to the best player in Division III football. He replaces Matt Janis, who was hired as Northern Michigan University's next head football coach back on January 5th. He'll be officially introduced as head coach today at 11 a.m. in the multi-purpose room in Hetzel Fieldhouse. To the hardwood we go. Southeast Conference foes doing battle last night in Houston. And after trading buckets early on, a shot from beyond the arc from Brevin Tollefsrud starting up a run that is going to finish a few minutes later as Cougars senior Cale Wangsness cleans up the board to put his team up 10. But just before the half, Hurricanes, Atrio Florence storming their way back, cutting the deficit to just 4 points. Nice little layup right there. But Mabel Canton would respond in the second half, putting up 43 points to take back the lead as they rocket past Houston 70-49 on the road. Kickapoo boys looking to lock up their first conference title since 1997. And it was all smiles for that man right there, Malachi McCauley, who weaves his way down the lane for the bucket right there. Now just 2 points away from the 1,000-point mark for his career, and it wouldn't take long for him to get it. Knocks down the 3 from the corner in the gym, liking what they see, congratulating him. And Weston would keep it close early. Jacob Keller spins and hits the triple, but you can't spoil this night for the home crowd. Jeff Olson finds Arlen Walter down low, and it's just him and the rim. Then McCauley, showing he can do more than just score, finds Adric Eggy for the bucket. Panthers Ridge Valley champs for the first time in 29 years as they cruise to victory 99-27. All right, that's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
The frequent diners at Houghton's know all about the made-from-scratch home-cooked faves. Chicken dumpling soup, the penny nickel dime meatballs, or baked chicken. Then there's the famous Friday fish fry. Those are just some of the faves where family and friends gather. Houghton's Jackson Street Pub.
The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just
like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
At Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, we believe improving your home should feel good inside and out.
This month, get a free triple pane upgrade on select windows designed to keep your home comfortable year-round.
And with 60 months interest-free financing, upgrading has never been easier.
Clear Choice cares. For every window purchase this month, $5 will be donated to the Hunger Task Force, helping families right here in our community. We focus on the right solutions for your home, not a one-size-fits-all sales pitch.
Revisit Pink Floyd's greatest hits with the band Eclipse on Saturday, February 21st at the Viterbo University Fine Arts Center. Enjoy a magical night of Floyd music and a spectacular show. Order tickets at 608-796-3100 or online at ViterboFineArtsCenter.com.
February in downtown La Crosse is for the romantics, the besties, the it's complicated, and the people who are just here for the cocktails. Start your night with a little something beautiful at Monet Floral because yes, flowers still hit. Then make it a whole vibe at Four Sisters Wine Bar and Tapas with cozy pours and shareable bites. Want something with a little edge? Head to La Crosse Distilling Company for craft cocktails that set the mood. Feeling hungry? Buzzard Billy's brings bold flavor, big energy, and the kind of date night menu that never disappoints. And when it's time for late night magic, Sweet Beats Jazz Lounge delivers live music, dim lighting, and that stay a while atmosphere. Wrap it up with a downtown classic at the Rivoli Theater and Pizzeria. Pizza, a movie, and a perfect excuse to make a night of it. Whether you're booed up, situation shift, or just out for fun, downtown La Crosse is your February mood. Find the full February guide and plan your night at lacrossedowntown.com.
Houghton's, the place where family and friends gather, is also the place known for the famous Friday fish specials. Flavorful North Atlantic cod, batter fried, pan fried, broiled, or blackened. Satisfy your fish craving this Friday at Houghton's Jackson Street Pub.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Conditions mostly in the 30s this early morning with breezy winds on the way, but we're talking about temperatures coming back to the 50s. We'll talk about that when I return.
The civil rights leader Jesse Jackson has died. More on his legacy and impact up next.
Right now this morning, lawmakers pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin. Details of a new proposal. And stories, music, and magic all in one afternoon. A family event coming to La Crosse this weekend. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Tuesday. Woo! February 17th, coming in hot on this Tuesday. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. Are you coming in that hot?
I'm coming in that hot. Hopefully, but the thing is, man, Mardi Gras started a little bit early for everybody, I guess, right? Holding on some warmer conditions today, 40s and the 50s. We're in the 30s right now, as you can see right here. 28 actually by Eau Claire, 30 for La Crosse, and 34 in Ladysmith, all the way down to Prairie du Chien. Similar conditions as well. We'll also find ourselves with a bit of a wind chill out there, too. We're seeing those winds coming in out of the east. Eventually, they'll come out of the southeast later on, but for now we're going to be picking up a little bit extra rainfall coming in from the west, going towards the Central Plain states as well, headed our way. We'll also find ourselves with sustained winds getting up to at least the 20-degree mark as we go through the day. Those are sustained winds, but the gusts will get up to about 43 miles per hour plus in the forecast as we finish out, picking up by the mid-morning hours and then continuing to rise as we go through the afternoon. You can see those winds up to 30 miles per hour, possibly up to 36 to near 44 miles per hour as you get into Stanley there, holding on to at least La Crosse at 32 miles per hour, and then continuing on as we go to the evening hours. Those winds tomorrow will be windy, so they'll be even stronger for tomorrow. All right, that being said, there's the wind chill out there right now. Feels like 30 degrees, so currently it's about 4 degrees cooler on your skin. For most folks, we'll hold on to that going all the way into the mid-morning hours. Then we'll turn those back to just regular temperatures, and eventually we'll get into highs for the day, 48 to 57 degrees. Those 50s are still rolling in. Winter warm is still with us, and breezy and gusty winds as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. Following some breaking news this morning, civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. His family announcing that this morning. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is in the newsroom with the latest for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. He passed after a battle with a rare brain disease. He was 84, and Jackson marched alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and was with him the day he was assassinated. He ran for president twice and founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, spending his life fighting for civil rights and economic justice during some of the most historic moments in the United States.
We are a humane people. We fight for justice and fairness.
Because we're better together, better than we've ever been before.
He is survived by his wife, Jacqueline, and 6 children. Final arrangements for Reverend Jackson's celebration of life services will be released by the Rainbow Push Coalition. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, more to come there. We will keep you updated. Meanwhile, today, Governor Tony Evers will deliver this year's State of the State address. One expected topic is the rising cost of living, which he plans to fight with property tax relief, school funding, and health care cost reduction. Today's State of the State will be the governor's 8th and final. Western Wisconsin's Congressman Derek Van Orden visited Altoona to tout a $2.25 million investment for the city's water system. That funding provides clean, reliable water to about 170 mobile home lots in Hillcrest Estates. Officials say without the upgrades, hundreds would be at risk of losing their homes.
To be productive members of our society and participate in our economy, they have to have a place to live. And this is one of the best things that we've been able to accomplish since I've been in office.
The water system will be owned by the city of Altoona and maintained by Hillcrest Estates. Wisconsin gubernatorial candidate Kelda Roys visited La Crosse. She stopped at Sprouts Child Care and the Hunger Task Force, discussing her plans to raise wages, lower costs, and prioritize child care. She also touted her proposed state health insurance plan, Kelda Care. And Democratic lawmakers are pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin with a new bill targeting manufactured homes. That proposal caps annual rent increases at 2 or 4%, depending on inflation. It requires owners to notify residents of potential sales and give them 60 days to submit an offer.
It truly is a far more affordable option for people than having to pay what has become a very difficult time to buy and purchase a home.
The goal is to prevent companies from pricing people out of their homes. The bill also requires owners to pass state inspections to ensure communities are being maintained. And a pickup truck breaking through the ice at Schaefer's Landing. Take a look at this. Witnesses say the driver got too close to a spring where the ice was thinner. The truck got caught on an underwater structure, keeping it from fully submerging. The driver escaped without injuries. And new this morning, the Pima County Sheriff says Nancy Guthrie's family members are not suspects in her disappearance. Now investigators are deploying some new technology and analyzing other evidence as they hope for a breakthrough. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
With the search for Nancy Guthrie now on day 17, the Pima County Sheriff officially clearing the Guthrie family, including spouses, as suspects in the case. And writing to suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it's cruel.
It is never too late to do the right thing.
Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie posted a message over the weekend to her mother's apparent abductor. All the while, law enforcement sources tell CBS News investigators are using a device known as a signal sniffer to try and detect signals from the 84-year-old's pacemaker. Authorities are also analyzing DNA found on gloves near Guthrie's house, which appear to match the ones the suspect was wearing in doorbell camera footage from the night she disappeared.
If they're able to match the DNA from inside that residence with the glove they found on the outside, then that's where you got the home run.
There's also increased focus on what the suspect was wearing. The Pima County Sheriff's Department now says all the clothing may have been purchased from Walmart, especially the black Ozark Trail Hiker backpack and the face mask.
Was the ski mask, the backpack, and all the holster, all those things, were they bought at the same time? If that's the case, that's going to really narrow it down.
The Pima County Sheriff confirms investigators are reviewing surveillance video from Walmart stores. Jared Hill, CBS News.
In an interview, the president said that he would ask the DOJ to seek the death penalty for whomever is responsible if Nancy Guthrie is found dead. Authorities, though, say that they think she is still alive. And North and Spence Elementary students celebrating the Chinese New Year. Students in UW La Crosse's Chinese program leading an after-school Chinese club at the elementary schools. And a special session yesterday celebrated the holiday with some Chinese traditions. Rural churches across the country are seeing a drastic decline in attendance, and local congregations are feeling it too. Churches in Mindoro and Melrose are asking, how long do we hold on? Emily Brown sat down with pastors and experts about the struggle to keep the doors open and the hope for revival.
Mindoro Presbyterian Church waits on a cold, snowy Sunday for believers to fill its pews. Today's turnout is a typical one.
6, maybe 10 on a good day.
A disheartening reality for Carol Hansen, who's cherished this church for 18 years.
The older people died off. The younger people have family and they're in activities. We've lost maybe 20 members since I started.
And that may not sound like a huge loss, but for a town of 300 with only a handful of churches, even a few members leave can have lasting repercussions.
I've had a couple people mention to me that maybe it's time.
Time to shut its doors and move on to something bigger. It's something churches in rural communities are seeing across the U.S. The main reason for the decline:
financially, they cannot afford to hire someone to be a full-time pastor.
The realities of life in a full-time ministry are also leaving their mark.
They have to pay the rent, they have to pay for food. That becomes really difficult when congregations themselves can hardly keep up with an electric bill.
It's caused many churches like Mindoro Presbyterian, who lost their pastor 2 years ago, to seek alternative solutions. Carol is volunteering to lead the service for a small stipend. Volunteers, she says, are the only way they can keep their doors open.
It's very hard right now.
6 miles down the road at North Bend Presbyterian, a retired reverend is running the show today.
The church used to be full every Sunday.
Aaron Boyum was baptized in this church. He thinks small town life is to blame.
The younger families, they don't like a small town.
And younger families are the lifeblood of the church's future. First Free, an evangelical church in Onalaska, takes a different approach. Less focus on tradition and more on meeting people where they are. And it seems to be working.
We've got about 900 adults or so that come to our services, plus an additional 400 kids.
He says offering more than just a service is another reason for those numbers.
Our kids ministry, our youth ministries.
There's a lot of support here, and there's a lot of groups that you can go to.
Meeting people where they are is something experts say congregations can't neglect these days.
When we find communities or institutions that align with our beliefs, there's a need met in that.
Can a more modern approach save these rural churches? That's the question the Pathways Group at Viterbo University comes together once a month to answer.
This is not the first time that churches have found themselves in a time of struggle. This will not be the last time. The church is called to transform and meet people where they're at today.
He says it may not be about flashy bells and whistles, but more about the message.
More and more people seek things that speak to them on a soul level.
And believes churches should keep their deep-rooted traditions, no matter the cost.
Some smaller churches are going to close. That's a reality. And we are, as Christians, we are people grounded in a hope much bigger.
For congregations like Mindoro Presbyterian, hope may not look like packed pews, but like holding on and having faith in what's to come.
For now, Mindoro Presbyterian and North Bend Presbyterian are holding on with volunteer pastors and community donations. And if you'd like more information, you can visit our website. Students at Crucifixion School in La Crescent celebrated Mardi Gras with their annual carnival fundraiser. The gym transformed into a carnival with food, games, and bounce houses. Organizers expected about 150 kids to attend.
Part of our biggest fundraiser, the funds for this go towards anything our school needs. So it allows us to pay for the field trips, for the buses, busing them to the field trips. If teachers need, a new program, they can come to PTO and we can help supply that.
The event has been a staple at the school since the 1960s. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Ava is 8, and she loves reading Legos and playing with her cat Pumpkin. She also enjoys her big brother Nathan and visiting her grandmother in Iowa.
Happy birthday, Ava. Love all those balloons. And Dax is 8. He is an energetic second grader who loves trucks, Hot Wheels, and ice fishing. Look at that big catch there.
Right.
He also loves his family. Happy birthday.
All right, how about Jean? She's 80, and she's got a great grandmother and an avid quilter.
Happy birthday, Jean. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 1880, 88, 98, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Picture button on the home tab of our website.
Coming up, stories, music, and magic all in one afternoon. A family event coming to La Crosse this weekend. We've got the details just ahead.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
At Toma Health, our cardiac rehab specialists take your treatment to heart.
I'm Tom from Toma. I've been a cardiac rehab patient at Toma Health. They were very helpful. You know, they were not only just treating the heart, I mean, treating all the other aspects of the health. And I enjoyed working with the whole staff.
So we'd make this an enjoyable experience while we're also, you know, still very strategically trying to improve and help them feel better.
Learn more about Toma Health Cardiac Rehab at tomahealth.org.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Want it? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet you never pay for. It's not a trial. It's an unprecedented offer. So we'll say it again. Free fiber-powered internet forever. Have you called yet? Because your internet is forever. But this ad ends now.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, we've got it all. Playful daycare, cozy overnight boarding, and a boutique full of treats, toys, and gear. Your pup gets love, care, and plenty of tail-wagging fun. And you get peace of mind. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
All right, and when we go into your local forecast, holding on to this, though, holding on to the possibility, this is going to change out in a second here, but we get back to your forecast, we're going to hold on to the possibility of this leading into your forecast, where we're going to be going into conditions to hold on to. At least, I don't know why this is not changing. I apologize. This is one of those days. We're getting into it here. Ah, man. All right, frustrating. It's like right here showing up. There we go. There we go. Warm conditions with 40s and 50s in your forecast today. Holding on to the possibility of tonight and tomorrow night, we're going to see some rainfall back in your forecast. Then we turn that into snowfall. We'll see that go from Wednesday night all the way into Thursday, turning into rain, mixing into snowfall, and then we'll see snowfall lingering to finish out on your Friday. We'll also find ourselves getting into this. Early morning breezes coming in. We'll see those winds kicking up today. Winds up to 30 miles per hour once we get past the 9 o'clock hour this morning. By the time we get in the afternoon, those winds will get up to 40 miles per hour plus in some cases. Believe it or not, tomorrow's winds are going to be even stronger, so get ready for that. So breezy today, and of course we'll see at least windy tomorrow. 40s and the 50s in your forecast today, leaning into your, again, for the forecast as we roll right into the 2 o'clock hour. You're seeing a few clouds here, mostly cloudy skies, turning into cloudier skies once we get in the 7 o'clock hour. Rainfall pops in Black River Falls over Sparta, and then out to the region by Vogue Field as you get into Wisconsin Dells. Then it turns into light to moderate rainfall, getting into the area here from La Crosse all the way up to Winona and Eau Claire. We'll see that continue on Black River Falls. Everybody in some light to moderate rainfall going through your evening commute. Once we finish out the evening commute and go into the late night, into the evening hours, around the midnight hour, you're looking at still moderate rainfall with rain and snow up along Ladysmith, moving northward later on as we go in the overnight hours by 3 o'clock in the morning for Wednesday. So rainfall to boot all the way through the region, and up and out it goes away from I-90 and even out of I-94. We'll see that drier conditions ensue going into your early morning on Wednesday, turning into a mix of rain and snow. Then snowfall takes over as we get in the 7 o'clock hour. In the evening, we're seeing that continue on, and that drives northward once again with more rain and snow and cloud cover up to the north, with another batch coming down as we go into Thursday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll see that continue on from Decorah, crossing the river to Prairie du Chien, getting into areas right by Boscobel towards Madison. We actually see more of that snowfall come back again. 7:45 in the evening commute once again with more snow leaning all the way up to Black River Falls. Drier conditions along I-94, and eventually we'll see more snowfall dragging out of the region, gradually going all the way out to areas by Marshfield. You see it down to the south by Prairie du Chien, also by Boscobel as well, Richland Center, and then we pretty much will start to see a little bit less of that snowfall going into your Friday. We'll also see as we get into it here Wednesday, we have 39 to about 48 degrees, possibly 51 down to the south as you get into Boscobel and Prairie du Chien, around 51 degrees. Thursday's highs, 30s, and then we're going to hold on to 40s widespread. So we're still above average temperatures. Normally we're around 32 degrees this time of year for our high. And eventually we'll see the lows from 26 all the way to about 28 degrees. Normally our lows this time of year are around 14 degrees, believe it or not. We could see a few records pop in the forecast there. Then we'll get into it after that. We'll go into your Friday's highs, 30s, and of course they are widespread in your forecast, giving way to some rainfall continuing on. We'll also see some snow and ice in the forecast as well. The possibility of this leaning into how this all shapes up for the better part of the day. You're going to get some rain and some snow mixed in there as well. Possibly maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain and snowfall in your forecast, turning into 50s, turning into 40s by Thursday, 30s by Friday, and then by Saturday and Sunday, we're dropping down around average temperatures to below average temperatures. And then by the time you get next week for Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at below average temperatures by a couple of degrees and then bumping back up by at least 4 degrees. Be safe and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Art. Well, new this morning, a family-friendly event this weekend brings together stories, music, and magic. The Bluff Country Tailspinner is hosting storytelling for kids Saturday at the Pump House, and we are joined this morning by professional storyteller Terry Visker. She is here with a preview for us. Great to see you, as always.
Well, thank you very much for having me, as always.
Great to have you. So tell us what we can expect this weekend.
Well, as you'd said, it's going to be stories, which we tell, not read.
Right.
So it's active, so stories, music by Hans Mayer, and magic by Isaiah Foster. So, and then activities to get the kids to tell stories too. So yeah, it's going to be a fun afternoon. Plus we have food.
And food, okay.
And food, huh?
Yes.
Are there other storytellers as well, and what are they going to be telling us?
Well, there's a total of 4 storytellers, and we'll each tell 1 to 2 stories, probably about 10 minutes each time, so it goes back and forth. So stories, and then Isaiah, and then stories, and then Hans. So it's a fun afternoon, and it's active. It's an active. You know, Hans gets everybody rocking and rolling, but then stories is an active experience for kids because it lights up both sides of your brain. So it is a fun afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of imagination going on there.
Yes.
That's great, especially with the music. Okay, and so it's great for kids. What age? Is there an age range that's best?
Probably an elementary age. You know, 4-year-olds to 12-year-olds would probably be the best age group. That would be it.
In that age where they can pay attention and enjoy all the different elements.
Well, you know, storytelling is captivating.
It
It does put your whole body into it. And so, you know, I've told stories to 2-year-olds for 30 minutes, and they've been good the whole time because it is fun. But yeah, it is. The content of the stories is different as the ages go, and so when 2-year-olds are just a little bit simpler story, and so these would be more appropriate to elementary age.
Okay,
So
a little
why
more
would you-
advanced.
why would- I'm sorry. Why would you encourage the I should say, I was going to say a region. I'm used to telling weather. Why would you choose folks to come and visit Newtown?
Well, you know, it's a wonderful thing to do on a Saturday afternoon, and as you had just said, our spring weather is going to be over, so it will be cold. You know, we are at the pump house. We're climate controlled, and this, you know, for kids and and parents, storytelling, music, magic. It's all a literary experience, and so not only is it fun, but it's educational for kids. So they're doing all kinds of things for their children.
All kinds of different things, and a good break from the screens.
That's what we're fighting all the time, is the screens. And yes, storytelling, because it puts the screen in your mind. It brings out your imagination, and that's what we want.
Anytime we can do
It
that.
extends attention span, all these things.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, we used to get that at the library all the time.
Yeah, right,
Oh, I still love it.
exactly,
I still
yes.
love it. Sit down in little chairs and.
Yeah, let the imagination run wild. Do we need tickets, and how do we get tickets?
Well, you can get tickets ahead of time at the pump house, either by calling them or on their website, but you can also get tickets right at the door. So if you all of a sudden say, let's go down to the pump house and hear a story and sing along, and so you can get it right at the door.
You can just show up and get them. Okay, all right. Anything else you want the community to know about your event before we go?
Well, you know, it's fun. There will be raffle baskets. We always have great raffle baskets, and food and beverages, and so it's a whole afternoon experience.
Just a fun day. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here to tell us about it, Terry.
Thank you so much for having me.
No
I appreciate
problem.
it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year ends soon. It's your last chance to get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase. Or pay no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Only at Ashley's President's Day sale, ending soon.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when inspiration stirs, we'll have what you need at prices that help make it happen. During our big pet care event, save $6 on assorted Victor dog food. New Blaine's Naturals dog treats start at just $4.99. Plus, rewards members get free same-day local delivery on pet orders of $49 or more. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now during the President's Day sales event to get your new Jeep, like the 2026 Jeep Compass Altitude. There for every adventure, however you define it. And the new 2026 Jeep Cherokee with 37 combined MPG and 500 miles of range. Plus, get final clearance pricing on all remaining 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees. This offer ends March 2nd. Go to Pischke.com. Pischke Motors West Salem or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Please Me. For tasty taco meat, brown 1 pound of ground beef with 4 teaspoons of taco pleasing. Drain the grease and add 1/2 cup of water. Simmer for 15 minutes, and it's ready to make tacos. For an easy taco dip, blend softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of milk until smooth. Add 1 tablespoon Taco Pleasing. Get Taco Pleasing and over 40 other blends at the outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
It's time to nominate your favorite business for Best of La Crosse County. Make your nominations in each category now through March 9th. The top 5 in each category will move on to the final round. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
When you need shockingly good service, call Sparks Electric in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Guaranteed to call you back within 1 business day. Sparks Electric. Sparking confidence, powering peace of mind.
Ashley's President's Day sale is ending soon. It's your last chance to shop Hot Buy starting at just $3.49. Or take advantage of no money down with no interest financing for 60 months. Ending soon. Only at Ashley.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson has died, his family announcing that this morning. He passed after a battle with a rare brain disease. He was 84. Jackson marched alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and was with him the day he was assassinated. He ran for president twice and founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, spending his life fighting for civil rights and economic justice during some of the most historic moments in the United States. He's survived by his wife Jacqueline and 6 children. Final arrangements for Reverend Jackson's celebration of life services will be released by the Rainbow Push Coalition. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now This Morning.
Thank you, Seth. Democratic lawmakers pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin with a new bill targeting manufactured homes. That proposal caps annual rent increases at 2 or 4%, depending on inflation. It also requires owners to notify residents of potential sales and give them 60 days to submit an offer. Most people in mobile home parks own their house and pay to rent the land below.
It truly is a far more affordable option for people than having to pay what has become a very difficult time to buy and purchase a home.
The goal, they say, is to prevent companies from pricing people out of their homes. The bill also requires owners to pass state inspections. And a pickup truck breaking through the ice at Schaefer's Landing. Witnesses say the driver got too close to a spring where the ice was thinner. The truck got caught on an underwater structure. That's what kept it from being fully submerged. The driver escaped without injury. And happy Lunar New Year. The year of the fire horse begins today. In Taiwan, a historic temple rang its bell 108 times to welcome the new year. Celebrations run through March 3rd, the Lantern Festival. And we both forgot we were supposed to wear a lucky red today, Art. Unfortunately, we did not wear our lucky red.
We wore twice this week, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Our producer T has got hers on. She's the one who's been telling us to wear it. Unfortunately, we did not listen.
I'm about to take this tape off the wall here of the table and put it on my shirt.
A year without luck, yeah. Okay.
Oh, man, another one. Oh, my goodness. Hey, getting into the forecast here, what we got going on for you here. We're on the chilly side this early morning once again, and then we're going to get into the warmer side, holding on to 40s and 50s in your forecast. But we do have some rainfall coming in. That's going to be in for the evening commute, carrying over into rain, turning into snowfall as we go into Wednesday night and then into your Thursday and Friday, where it continues to go from rain into snow. And then we'll have more snow by Friday to finish out. And then we'll see drier conditions possibly for Friday afternoon and into Sunday afternoon as well. More snowfall possibly coming back again for Tuesday of next week. Let's take a look at what we've got going on for you. Highs today, 40s widespread with some 50s down to the south. We'll get into temperatures troubling. We're dropping it down. We're getting cooler back as we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures below seasonal average by Monday as well. And then bumping back up by Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, a little bit of a roller coaster ride will be going on as usual. All right. Thank you, Art. Thank you for joining us today. We will see you back here at noon.